Okay. This is my third time recording. I hope this actually records now and actually stays in my gallery. I really hope it does, because I don't record this for a fourth time. But both times were over 30 minutes. Now, I don't know. Because both of them were really, really good videos. I was really passionate about them. Now that I have to record it for a third time, but third time's a charm, you know what they say. In the other videos, I'll share the topics. I'm only going to go into one. But I was talking about Giovanna. I was talking about a 9 to 5. I was talking about how I'm going to get out of it, that I can't stand it. I was talking about IQ, ChatGPT, and what my thoughts are on excuse me, what my thoughts are on consciousness, but I'm only going to go into Giovanna because I was really talking about it, and I really want to talk about it now. I don't know where I left off. I was talking about her being 16 mentally and being 18, almost turning 18. I know that's somewhat of a gap, being a 16-year-old, not having responsibilities, not caring about much, and then being an 18-year-old, having the responsibilities of an adult. I really hope this one stays. But what I was talking about was the differences that we had. The two main problems that we both had in that relationship. I could say it was all bubbles and rainbows, but it really wasn't in reality. Every relationship has problems, and I just wish we stuck it through and fixed our problems. Because I care about her a lot. I love her with everything. I love her. I love everything about her. And I love her wholeheartedly. And the problems that we both had, I'm pretty sure I said this before. And if not, this is the first time you're hearing it. The problems we both had mine was jealousy and control. Those are mine too. And hers was not being able to express her emotionally and attachment issues. And what I said before was those two go hand in hand for both of us. Her emotional issues and her attachment issues, they go like that. And jealousy and controlling, they go like that. That song's running the back. But we both had problems. I'm not gonna make me seem like the hero. I had problems as well. Both our problems ruined both of our lives. Both ruined our perceptions on relationships. But I hope that one day we can rekindle and fix our problems and forgive each other. Because what I realized was I've forgiven her, and I think that's the reason I still love her and want to get back together. But I think the reason why she still doesn't is because she hasn't forgiven me. That explains why she's so upset and mean and just so distant. It's because she hasn't forgiven me for what I've done. And I have no idea if she ever will. I hope that she will one day. And I'm fine with waiting till I'm 95 to get back together. Because I love her with all my heart. I don't want to experience anything else in my life without her. I don't want to experience it with any other girl but her. I want to have my first kiss with her. I want to hold my first. I want to have my first holding hands. Holding hands with someone. I want her to be my first. First passionate hug. I wanted to be with her. First, just sitting together, enjoying each other's presence, laying together, not in a sexual way, but in a romantic way. I want to have my kids with her. I want her to be there with the kids' first step. I want her to be there on my darkest days. I want her to be there on my highest days. I want her to be there just when I'm down in the dumps, I've had a hard day, and she's there. I want her to be that one. I don't want anyone else to be. And for her, I want to be there for her. I want to be her almost stump. I want to be her almost stump, her concrete. Where everything is hectic, but she can always come back to me. She can always come back to me when she's happy, when she's sad. I can be the shoulder to cry on. When she has problems, when she has exciting news, I'll always be there. I want that to be that. I want to be able to be there through her darkest times. Like, one thing I seen was your partner is going to have to help you through your parents' deaths. And that really made me think. And when I have to go through that, I want it to be her. And I want to be there to help her when that happens to her. I don't know if she wants that to happen, for me to be there, but I do want to be there for her. Because that's going to be a very detrimental moment in her life, and that will definitely change her. And I want to be there for her. And one thing I was talking about earlier was the first time we met. This does make me smile. The first time we met, it was July 17th, I believe. I believe it was July 17th. It was sometime near the night for me, so it was probably sometime in the morning for her. In her bio, it was something along the lines of "I love Radiohead," or it just said Radiohead. I'm pretty sure it says "I love Radiohead." And I was the person who texted first. And what I said was, "What is Radiohead?" And that led on to I don't know how long it was, but it was definitely over 2 hours long conversation of just us talking. And ever since that day, we talked to each other for hours on end since we'd broken up. Till we broken up. And I just remember that so vividly. It was amazing. One thing I do regret was one of the nights, I think it was the first night we talked, But I did pray to God. I did pray. And I said to God, I get too attached. So make this girl a lesson for me. I didn't know what I was praying for at the time. I didn't know it would have such a big impact on me. But I prayed and I asked for this relationship to be a huge lesson for me. And has it been? A year and over a year since we've broken up, I still think of her to this day. And I pray that we do get back together, that we find our own ways, we fix our problems, and we come back together, hopefully, when we're both ready for each other. That's what I pray for now, every day. And me praying that prayer really did a number on me, and I was unaware of that. But since that night, I think 5 days later, we kept on talking, and she was going on this trip. And I remember she was devising a plan for us on what time we should go to bed and what time we should wake up so that we could talk, so we could have the maximum amount of time talking to each other. She was devising a plan on when I should wake up, when I should go to bed, when she could wake up, when she could go to bed, when we could talk, and everything like that. And I think that was one of the moments when I thought, this might be the girl. And that prayer just flew right out of my mind. I completely forgot I prayed that prayer. And one of those prayers are the most crucial prayers, where you pray it and then you forgot you pray it. Those are the most impactful. And I think 2 weeks after I know for a fact it's 2 weeks after we started talking, I popped the question. I remember I was at my dad's. I think it was in between the time of 11 p.m. and 2 a.m. And I was on my dad's couch near the window, and it was just in my mind, circling in my mind when I should ask it. And I was like, I can't be a pussy, so I just asked it. I just straight up asked it. And then I shut my phone off. I walked outside, and my mind was racing, and I had butterflies. And I remember she was on a cruise at the time. She finished her trip at the water park, and she went on to this cruise. And I remember, I don't remember. I think I might be getting the times mixed up, because I think she was going to bed. So it could have been 6 p.m. when I asked at 7 p.m. because I think she was going to bed. But she stayed up later because we were talking. So I think it was around that time. Or it could have been when she woken up and her parents were telling her to get out of bed and stuff like that. I don't remember, but I remember asking her while she was on the cruise, and she was on her bunk bed when I asked. I know that. It was July 29th, 2023, when I popped the question and we started dating. 2 weeks after we started talking. I remember that. And right now, which is kind of ironic, is it's June 29th, 2025. So it's kind of ironic that I'm talking about this on today's date, a month before we started dating. Time flies, doesn't it? I love her more than anything. I want to grow old with her. I want to be with her when we're old. I want to grow old with her. I want to spend my whole life with her. I want to see our kids' first step, when their first time at school, their first pedal, when they pass their driver's license test, when they graduate high school, when they finally have kids, their first heartbreak. When we grow old and we become grandpa and granny and grandpa. That's what I would like. Because I care about her. And we had such an amazing connection too. Such an amazing connection. It doesn't matter if we had different views on things, we would still talk for hours on end. Every day since the first time I texted her, we talked for hours. We had such an amazing connection. It was so beautiful. I remember her mother. I don't know if I've ever told Giovanna this, but her mother said to me that she wishes she had the relationship that me and her have. And that's not something you just throw away. And I just hope that the plan that God has for both of us, I hope that they both align again. And I hope, if it does, I hope it's soon. Because I just love her so much. She's so perfect. And I know it didn't seem like that in the relationship. But I had problems that I'm not going to say I fixed, but I've definitely uncovered them, so now I'm no more aware of them. And I'm glad I'm more aware of them, because now I can look out for them when I'm in a relationship. And I don't want to have another relationship with someone. I don't want to get to know someone. I know her and I want to keep on knowing her. I want to have to learn someone else's favorite song. I don't want to look at our song and think, that's not our song anymore. I want to look at that song and know it's ours. Not look past it because I'm in a different relationship now. And doing our kisses, doing our tomatoes. That was something. I don't know where we came up with that, but it definitely stuck, and it definitely means something now. And I know when both of us look at tomatoes, we're both going to think of each other. And I don't think that's something you just throw away. Now for you, always do. I pray that we get back together. I pray we both grow in the time that we're apart. And we both become the people that we need to be for each other. And when that time comes, we reunite and tell each other everything. We embrace each other. We enjoy each other's company. I remember when we were planning when we first met, it would be in Portugal. And instead of us staying at their parents' house, we would stay at the cottage that they had. We also planned about us at their house as well, but the one that we came to conclusion with was we went to the cottage, which is like a small farm that they had, which wasn't far from their house. It has a pool, it's a nice house, it has a garden, it has a few dogs, I think. It was a nice place, a nice cottage. And we planned to be there. And we were planning to stay there for 2 weeks. And that would have been a time if we actually did that. And then if we planned to stay at their parents' house, at her parents' house, she had a pull-out bed underneath her bed, and I would either sleep there or I would sleep on the couch. She was unsure where I would sleep because their parents were a bit strict, and either way, wherever I slept, she would be there, and that's just beautiful. Whether I slept on the floor, whether I slept on the couch, whether I slept on a small bed underneath her bed, she would get off of her bed and sleep with me in that little bed, even though it was much smaller and way uncomfortable, way more uncomfortable. I remember us talking about us wanting to cook together when we meet. We would cook breakfast together, cook lunch together, maybe go out for lunch together. But if we ever cooked anything in the kitchen when we were together, we would both do it together. We would do everything together when we were together. I remember that. I do hope that we do glide past again. I do hope. Because what we had was just amazing. I love her to bits and pieces. she would never want to be away from me. When I went off to go kill people, she would always want to stay by me, and if I went a little bit too far, she would get a little bit upset because she wanted to be next to me the whole time, which is just amazing. We had our own drop spot and everything. She would call me Ross. That's the only name she ever called me. Ross or Rossi. She never called me by my first name. And I remember when I first told her my name, I first said my name was, actually, I didn't even tell her my name. I didn't tell her my name. I showed her some drawings that I did, and it had my name on it, and she knew it. I didn't know she knew it at the time because I didn't know it was in the pictures, but she knew my name before I even told her. And I remember I was I was confused how she knew it, and it was just funny. And then I remember she had a carbon fiber desk. That's why I have this carbon fiber desk now. But she had a carbon fiber desk. And I said, "Oh, you have a carbon fiber desk just like my brother." And she's like, "Oh, what if I am your brother?" Oh. What a time. And I remember during our hard times, we would just continue and talk about it. We would express ourselves. We would say what's on our mind. We wouldn't run away. And even if we tried to, we would come back because we knew what wasn't right. And I remember one night, she got in trouble with her parents for something. I don't remember what it was, but she got her phone taken away. And she didn't know how long, so she would be with her parents and she would argue with them and try and just settle so that she could get her phone, so that she could continue to talk to me. Because I understand that. I just can't explain it in words, but I just remember that so vividly. She was fighting for hours just to continue to talk to me. And that's something amazing. I pray every night that we would get back together. Alright, I think that's it. See ya.